Hey, it's Nintendo Sony Free 2011 here, aka Manny Wolverine, guys, and Wrestling Georgia channel. I'm on BitChute, Brighteon, and on Twitter, Instagram, etc., anywhere else, just in case anything crazy happens to this channel. Oh man. Two really quick things I have to say. It's about two other channels. I'm not even just trying to start drama, but like, this is unfortunately very sad, sinister, grim reminder. If anyone's in the whole truth or alternative media news community, you know, this one dude named Mr. Jeff himself, um, Mr. Jeff Cece, sadly, I don't know what it was. I'm not sure if it happened to him or he decided to do it or YouTube algorithm just completely like tore down his channel. I'm not sure if it was that, but the dude the other night, man, he ended up losing his channel. Almost lost his channel right there. I think it still has it up now. He only has 2 videos on there, which is dude, that sucks because it happened to him a few times before. I only heard about this dude in like June, July, and a few let's say outside of video game and anime news that I do. I know what was going on in the U.S. at the time. I know it's still going on in the United States at the time, which I'm not gonna get political because I know it has to do with certain individuals. I'm just gonna leave it at that because that's not what I don't ever talk about that stuff here on this channel. If I do, I'll probably talk about it on my Brighteon or BitChute instead. Or like I used to talk about on my Critical Guy Realization Man's channel. I talked about IRL real world issues with certain people not, to say, not getting along. It's the lightest way I can put it. But yeah, fortunately my boy Jeff Cece, he got, I'm not gonna say he got terminated, but sucks because almost all of his videos are all gone except for 2 of them. And then another thing, really super quick before I even get into it, because woo man, I didn't even know this was still a thing, honestly, but it kind of sort of is. But it has to do with this video almost, but it's kind of crazy, man. It's some of the people that I do follow say, "Oh, this is the future. This is how these like these bits of technology and all that, and entertainment technology, or any type of technology that comes from this point on, it's always gonna watch on you and spy on you," which I'm not surprised. And I'm not gonna say the person's name because I don't want to deal with drama or beef with them, unless I kind of like follow him on Twitter a little bit. But they said, "Oh, this is just how gaming is totally going to be, you guys. This is how the future is. This dystopian future. So this is what's going to happen. All these device systems will record us gamers, okay? I'm not going to say who it is, but you've been on my channel for about 2 years, and I've been subbed to him for a while, too, so I'm not going to say who it is. If you're brand new here, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but you could do your own research on who that is. Let's just say he's a real big fan of, SEGA. Sega. Let's see. So, this is crazy. Jordan Gilbert. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Gelblick. PlayStation 5. I know I'm a day late on this thing. It's probably be 2 days late by the time you guys see this, but I don't care. Is instead of usually I take Wednesdays and Thursdays off most of the time. I usually rarely ever take off Fridays, but some important IRL stuff came up. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it was a little bit earth shattering. One other small little tiny thing I had to say, it had to do something with. On Instagram, it had something to do with Reddit, and it had to do with a certain individual. So I'm not going to say their name here too, because I do follow them on Instagram, and they're a female too. I will say this: they're very big in the PokeTubing community. That's the furthest bits and pieces of hints I'm giving you. But anyways, and they have an OF account too. The controversial PS4 pop-up about voice chat recordings refers to PS5 day launch. I'm not surprised that Sony's doing this. I talked about this if I talk about my true overall thoughts, views, and opinions to you guys, it's gonna make me completely like hypocrite as a Nintendo and Sony fan when it comes to their video games. Because I don't like every single thing Sony has. I don't like some of their movies. Some of their movies, I'm not gonna lie, Sony Pictures, some of them, they're freaking trash. They suck. They really suck. A lot of them are either garbage, and there's a few that are real okay, here and there. My own humble opinion. So, yeah, this comes from, I got a credit to Jordan Gelblick. And it's funny, is the original Xbox One in 2012 was doing this too with the Xbox Connect. And now Sony's PS5 is going to have this shit too. Sony has clarified a controversial pop-up in the PS4 they're seeing warns their voice chats can be recorded explaining messages referring to a PS5 launch feature that will let you start recording your moderators for review. In response to the PS4, players concerned that Sony couldn't be recorded in the in-game chats, and company updated the original announcement 8.0, where some additional information was made. Essentially, sounds like the PS5 players will be able to record voice chats with this bullshit, toxic, offensive, and absurd players with, and send their evidence over to Sony's moderators in a report. Here's a complete statement from Sony. I feel like this is going to be completely fake. This is probably some voice algorithmic, automated, not real person that's saying this in my own personal opinion. And if it is, it's like I did with music artists from, like, I don't know, even in 1956. In my own, maybe, opinion. I could be completely wrong. Those ghostwriters. It's probably a ghostwriter. Anyways, let's move on. Following this update, the user sees notification party and the safety that the voice chat and parties may be recorded. Voice chat recording for moderation is a feature that will be available for the PS5 when it launches. It will enable users to record their voice chats on the PS5 to submit them for moderation reviews. The pop-up you're seeing on the PS4 right now is letting you know that participating in chat rooms with a PS5 user must submit to those recordings for the PS5 console to Sony Interactive Entertainment. Yeah, last week when I was playing a little bit on my PS4, I got like a pre-thing for this, which, I don't know, I think it was like a beta test. I'm not sure if that was real or not. Could have been fake, who knows. Interestingly enough, let's move on to the last little bits and pieces of this article. It sounds like the feature won't be available on the PS5. It could be because PS5 DualSense control has a built-in microphone while the PS4 DualShocks doesn't. Either way, Sony has confirmed in a separate statement over on Twitter that this isn't recording voice chats like this, so it sounds like this is a feature explicitly designed for the PlayStation 5 users to report their plays. Yeah, overall thoughts and opinions. I hope they take this feature out, because if not, I'll have one of my real hardcore tech buddies. When I do like PC openings and not unboxings on this channel, I don't. I do that on my own off time. Like, I physically take some of the computers in and out sometimes, occasionally. Not all the time, but sometimes. I have to do it, but I haven't done that in almost 7-8 months because of this whole fake scamdemic. I don't even think I can say plandemic anymore. I can only say scamdemic now, which sucks. It shows you how the YouTube censorship is insane, man. And I'm not even that type of channel. I haven't been on that type of channel in 6-7 years almost. Yeah, this is kind of a pain in the ass. A little bit of a bitch. This is extremely freaking sad. I'm a lot more angrier right now about this crap. This sucks. This is hurting me so bad. This is gut-wrenchingly abysmal. I can be a lot more fucking loud, but I can't because I got roommates company over downstairs, so I can't do it right now. But let's get into the second article here, because this is some sad stuff. But this one, it's more SJW crap here, man. Yeah, so let's go into the second bit of news. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just going to read this girl's tweets. I already did the full video on my Brightian thing. I talked about this other certain individual is real big in the Poke2 community and Twitch community. Let's just say she dyed her hair a little bit. And her name starts with an H, too. And other than that, she used to live out here in Vegas. Now she lives out in Cali somewhere. I think the Bay Area or something. I don't know. Guildwars 2. I think it's a Turnpike. I think somewhere in Ventura, California. I don't know. Guildwars 2 lead designers Jennifer Schuler lets it go by ArenaNet. You guys can read this whole article here. I'm just going to read her tweets. Well, I just lost my job at the ArenaNet today as part of reshuffling for projects, which means I'm looking for a job as a game designer pretty much immediately. If you have any job openings, any leads and recruits around, I need to find a job that takes over my visa, whether I've been in the United States for over 60 days, or otherwise I need to leave the country. That's real fucking sad, man, honestly. Being laid off in a spot is extremely traumatizing while experience. I locked out in my work I was locked out of my computer within 10 minutes of this, and I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to my colleagues. Also, this is the only access I currently have to a computer. And the last 2 tweets she did here. You guys can read the full article on Bounding into Comics. Real good source of stuff there. We're going to treat treat the threat of white this, sus, and domestic this with that seriousness it deserves. We have to burn the whole country's over threat of foreign that. Badness, let's just say that. It's time that we treat within the same seriousness of these terror peoples, terrarius, are white. And this is some real crazy psycho shit here, man. I'm not gonna lie. I need to leave. I need to go outside and breathe. I can't see men having all the receipts. Discredit all the people that they hurt. Your alarm bells are going to be going on. This is my worst nightmare. This is why I have never ever say what happened to me. This is why I barely even go on fucking Twitter anymore. This is a bunch of freaking disgusting garbage stuff. Even it does nothing to do with cancel culture, SJWs, and all this other crap. And they gotta use their pronouns and this and that. And it is absolutely disgusting to see how the human race is nowadays, especially with my generation. And then the one after is going to be a trillion times worse. The Generation Zs, or some of these people call them the Zoomers. It is freaking pathetic, man. I did a whole video on this, and it was a personal experience I put in my Brighteon video. When I was talking about a certain person. And this one, I'll leave the link in the description box down below if you want to check that out. It was a personal experience that happened to me almost several years ago. And it had something to do with me getting laid off of work. It wasn't the hotel casino jobs that I had. It was nothing to do with that. That was like kind of like a factory conveyor belt job I used to have like several years ago, which I never told you guys about because it's a little bit more extra private to me. One thing I will say is I worked there for 4 months. Some real messed up crap happened. Nothing bad, but I'll leave the link down in the video below. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. Links to the description box down below. Cartoon sign. I'm done. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, and as always, I'll talk as Nikki Kamois. I'll see you when I see you guys day and night, wherever in the universe out there. There's more future content, including video game industry news, anime non-news, internet news, Twitter, Twitch, drama news, and that's it. Peace out. I'm Sauerkraut, lazy mile. See you in the split side. Goodbye. I'm gone. I'm out. See you soon. Later.